foot pain can become very frustrating and debilitating. Hi, I'm Brandon Hepner from Rock Run Physical Therapy, and I'm going to explain to you a 5-step framework for relieving foot pain and getting you back to standing, walking, and even running pain-free again. Make sure you stay tuned all the way to the end because number 5 is one that most people forget, and it's crucial. All right, let's get started with the 5-step framework for relieving foot pain. Number 1 is crucial, and that is stop doing what's causing the pain. If you know something like running or standing for long periods of time or making a sharp turn or something like that is causing your pain and making things worse, you need to stop doing that until you can talk to one of our physical therapists to see how much damage is that really causing. A lot of times, pain is your body's way of letting you know that you're causing damage and you need to stop doing some of those things. We can't get the tissue to heal if we keep damaging it over and over and over. And so the first thing to do is stop what you're doing that you know is causing that pain until you talk to one of our physical therapists. All right, the second step in our 5-step framework for relieving foot pain is make sure you have good and proper foot support. So that means a good shoe that has good support, arch support, heel support, a wide enough toe box. If you have any questions with that, our physical therapist can help you with that. And we're actually now doing custom insoles. So we can provide a custom insole at a fraction of the cost of what your podiatrist is charging you. So if you're interested in a custom insole, just contact one of our offices and we can help you with that. But the proper support for your foot actually will help the tissue heal and give it the support that it needs. A lot of times people will come in and with a foot problem, and as we get to talk with them, they talk about how, as they're at home, they keep their shoes off. Just like us at our house, we take our shoes off when we go in the house. What I recommend in those situations is buy a set of shoes that you only wear in the house, so you're not tracking in dirt and mud from the outside, but you're still able to walk around on some of those harder surfaces in your home, like tiles, hardwood floors, even some of the laminate flooring nowadays is still hard enough that it can be hard on your foot, especially if you've got some tissue damage there and are having some pain. So make sure you have proper foot support. That means a good shoe in the home and out of the home. And again, if you have any questions with that, contact one of our offices, talk to one of our physical therapists. And if we need to, we can help you out with a custom insole. All right, the third step in our 5-step framework for relieving foot pain is determine the root cause of the problem. So a lot of times you can have a foot or an ankle problem, foot and ankle pain, and you think that's where it's coming from, but actually it could be coming from the knee, it could be coming from the hip, it could even be coming from the low back. And so if you're only treating the area or working on the area where the pain is, a lot of times you're missing the whole issue, and that problem is just going to keep persisting and coming back, and you're going to get frustrated. So this is where talking with our physical therapists that are specialists in musculoskeletal injuries and problems comes into play. Make sure you contact one of our offices, Rock Run Physical Therapy, and get in with one of our therapists for a thorough evaluation, and we can determine where the root cause of the problem is, and that's how we can fix the problem. All right, so the 4th step in our 5-step framework for relieving foot pain is follow the instructions of your physical therapist. So you've followed steps 1 through 3. You are avoiding what's causing the pain. You got proper footwear. You came into Rock Run Physical Therapy and got a thorough evaluation, and now you know what's going on. Not only did you get that evaluation, but you're getting treatment and you're getting some homework. You're getting some exercises to do. That's where number 4 comes in. You got to do your exercises and do what your physical therapist tells you. It's just like taking prescription medication from your doctor. If the prescription says take this medication twice a day for 10 days, you do that because you want to get better. You want to get rid of that infection or whatever that medication's helping you for. Physical therapy is the same way. We give you homework or we give you a prescription of exercises and things to do, things to avoid. If you do those at home, we know from experience and from studies and from science that you'll get better. So make sure you're following your instructions from your therapist at Rock Run Physical Therapy, and you'll be on the path to healing, getting back to standing, walking, and even running pain-free again. All right, the last step, step number 5 in our 5-step framework for relieving foot pain. And I told you this was a really important one, and one that people often forget. And when they forget this step or try and jump over it, they get frustrated, and this is where they end up having surgery that's probably unnecessary, taking medications, injections that are unnecessary, just because they skip this step. So the step is get back into your activity slowly, okay? You have to slowly increase the stress on that tissue without so much intensity that you cause it to break down again. Once it starts to break down, that's when the pain returns, and that's when you get frustrated. So for example, let's say that you were a marathon runner or a half marathon runner before, and you started having some foot pain. You came in, you went through steps 1 through 4, you're feeling pretty good. Your therapist tells you, yeah, let's try a little bit of running, and you go out and you run 12 miles. Okay, 12 miles is probably going to cause that tissue to break down, and you'll be back to square one again as far as pain and debilitation. So you got to get back into that slowly. So that marathon runner, I would say, maybe go try run half a mile or even 3/4, maybe a mile at the most in the beginning, just to see how it does, and then you can slowly increase from there. When we do this, we know that we're slowly increasing the stress on the tissue. That's going to make the tissue stronger so it can withstand more stress as you slowly increase. But if you go out too fast or too hard in the beginning, you break that tissue down because you put too much stress on it, and you're back to square one. So this is a step that a lot of people forget. The phases of healing. This is the final phase of healing, and you got to make sure that you don't skip this step. Otherwise, you get all the way back to the first phase. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. You can contact me at brandon@rockrunpt.com, or reach out to any of our offices to schedule an appointment with one of our physical therapists at Rock Run Physical Therapy. All right, so let's review the 5-step framework for relieving foot pain. Number 1, avoid activities that are causing the problem, causing the pain. If you know what those activities are or those motions are, stop doing it until you talk to one of our physical therapists at Rock Run Physical Therapy. Number 2, make sure you have proper footwear. And again, we can help you with that. We can evaluate your footwear and make sure it's good for your foot. And if you need, we can order and make custom insoles for you. Number 3, we got to determine the root cause of the problem. In order to do that, need to meet with one of our specialists, our physical therapists at Rock Run Physical Therapy. Go ahead and give our office a call, and we'll get you set up right away. Number 4, after you've met with that physical therapist from Rock Run Physical Therapy, make sure you do your exercises. Make sure you listen to what they tell you to do and follow it, and you'll get better. And then number 5, big step here that a lot of people skip, make sure you don't get back into your activities or your previous level of exercise or whatever you like to do too quickly. Otherwise, you'll just be right back at square one, and you'll be frustrated. Your physical therapist will be frustrated because we want you to get better and get back to life. And so make sure you gauge that and get back into it slowly. Hey, thanks for listening. If you have any questions with this, feel free to reach out to me. Again, my email is brandon@rockrunpt.com, or give one of our offices a call, and we can set you up with an appointment, talk to one of our specialists in foot pain, and get you feeling better.